Let's face it, we suck at staying in shape.
But this year, we're going to get our bodies
And our minds into a better place.
Join us on our journey to wellness.
And no matter what happens,
We'll see you in health.
I was driving on the road earlier, and it was, that day that you sent me this text that said, we screwed up, we have too much mail, please go to our house. One, I realized how close you and I live, which is like 10 minutes away from each other.
Okay.
But I saw 2 different indoor pickleball courses or places.
What?
And the weird part about it is you're wearing this hat. And so for you listeners out there, it says Pickleball Social Club because Scott just likes to, he's a poser. And so have you ever picked up a pickleball racket, Scott?
I have my own pickleball racket. Thank you very much.
Liar?
I have a whole double paddle and ball set that my wife got through her work.
Okay, so have you picked it up?
Yes, we play.
Can we go play pickleball?
Of course, 100%.
We
the summer, last summer we played at least once a week, and then when I went on my family's, what was it? Like, I don't know. Technically, it's my mom's side of the family's 3rd or 4th family reunion since they picked it back up. We played like some serious pickleball with my aunt and uncle who are retired, live in Arizona, and are very good.
Oh, yeah. If you're a retired mid to late
20
50s,
years older than us.
you are not going to lose that game.
So it requires some skill. I'll just let you know right now. You may want to stretch beforehand because all your joints that you don't normally use, just sitting on your fat ass all day, are definitely going to be exposed.
I bring this up because one of my goals as we get into this episode is I want to think about what are some more fun, active things that we can do that aren't necessarily just
Going to the gym. Yeah. No, getting out, moving more, whether it's riding a bike or just going on a hike, something that isn't, I have to clock in and put on these really skimpy shorts that show all my business to the world.
And then ride that guy, Mike.
Why is it always got to be live? Yeah, no, it's seriously, it's so fun. I've tried playing tennis before, and as you know, you have to be really coordinated, otherwise your balls just go everywhere. And
you have to keep everything tight.
This one, this pickleball, you paddle them around really close, in your face action, and takes a couple seconds and you move on to the next round. That's hydrate in between, of course.
Dude, I absolutely, we played once this week while you guys were on your little vacation, which I want to check in here in a second about how your fitness journey was when you're on vacation.
How did you play? Where did you get your gear?
One, I went on Amazon and I bought the most 70s looking pickleball stuff that I could find because why not? It's all dirt freaking cheap these days. And then 2 blocks from our house is a pickleball court.
That's nice. So how much did you pay for your paddle?
Oh God, it was a set, Scott. $49.
All right, that's pretty good. But you will not believe, Willie. I went to Dick's Sporting Goods. I went to Shields, not official sponsors, but they just have a lot of crap. Right. And you can get a serious pickleball paddle, and I think it's one that comes with like Phoenix Feather and Dragon Tongue cores for like $200.
What? Would you ever spend that?
No, but I feel like we need to open up our own Ollivander's pickleball, like custom paddle shop because somebody's paying this money. Like professional Olympic level athletes want, just the right amount of bounce and give and I don't know, curve. on these things. It's crazy. I haven't seen this level of dedication to paddles unless it was in a store with a bunch of leather.
Yeah, and a black curtain in the back where there's only screaming, and my mom was back there far too often. Scott, check out the link that I sent you. This is the set that I bought. And like I said, it was $36.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, looks nice. Actually, that's nicer than the set that we have.
Well, yeah, yours was given to you by work, of course.
Corporate branded wood.
These are not wood. These are plastic.
Okay.
Like it's a composite.
Honestly, I look every single time we go past the shop, like a sporting goods shop. I like elbow my wife. I'm like, hey, we need to upgrade. We should get a new set.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, no, we don't need to right now. I think I'm gonna buy a really nice set for myself. Like,
yeah? Okay.
Just
whatever you find, I want to know. Okay. Like, go to the wire cutter, whatever it is, find the best. I'm in.
Yes. Not right now, but later. We'll talk about it. Maybe we'll talk about like an activity, something, alternative activities episode.
Yeah. Here on See You in Health, we're all about alternative news. Do your own research, guys.
All right, you mentioned my vacation, which was amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, the desert is beautiful and wonderful, and I recommend, if you can make a pilgrimage sometime in your lifetime, you gotta go. I was in the beautiful retirement community known as Palm Springs.
Nice.
And we stayed up between there and Joshua Tree. I want to go back. It's like Jack from Lost. We have to go back.
But because that was enjoyable.
Yes. I was. Well, I'm sure they got back. Spoiler alert: they liked being together with their friends on the island.
It was a trauma response.
But anyway, you asked me how my fitness was. Well, for those who are new to the show, I can't have a lot of salt. So it was challenging to think about, like, well, what am I going to eat since we're on vacation? My wife, we can go to any restaurant and she can get literally anything off the menu. I have to look for something that is unsalted or uncured, unseasoned, as fresh as can be. And that's challenging just about anywhere you go in these contiguous United States. Thankfully, we were staying at an Airbnb. We stopped at the grocery store, bought some provisions, made dinner at least once, bought some healthier snacks, if you will, which consisted of a flavor of potato chips I had never tried, a flavor of Oreos I had never tried, some angel
What
food
flavor of
cake,
Oreos?
and churro flavored.
Oh, were they good?
They're so good. They're too rich, though. Like, I just had one or two an hour while I was there, so it's like I didn't eat the whole thing, but I figured I'm on vacation. I'm gonna let loose as much as I can. Plus, you don't get to find these where we live, so it's just not something I could take advantage of, nor would I ever take advantage of now that I'm back here and on the saddle. But they had these chips that were taco flavored Lay's. And honestly, Willie, I don't know what this brand does, but they somehow got lettuce to be a flavor that they could spritz or spray on these chips. It tastes just like a tostada. Like you would pick one chip, put it in your mouth, all the flavors are there of a tostada.
Dude. Those flavor wizards, they've made some flavors.
Now, while I was eating myself into a pity on my vacation, I was also, every day, we would wake up and we would go for a walk around the neighborhood we were staying in, as well as we went out to Joshua Tree and hiked. And so, like, you're just a lot more walking. Even though we had a car, we would drive someplace and go for a walk. Like, so we did that, closed my rings just about every day. definitely kept up on my 10 push-ups a day challenge that we were doing, even though I stopped filming it because I was like, you know what, I'm tired. I'm just not going to do this.
I'm tired.
So yeah, like even though we haven't been posting it, I'm still doing it. Are you?
Yes.
All right. Is it
It's
getting
hard
easier?
it's hard to film at the gym when there's a million frickin' people.
Right. And
I don't want to interrupt
weird.
people. And I don't
Yeah.
think everybody wants to see me like dry hump my phone every time.
Yeah,
But
you
yes,
never
yes,
know.
I am.
Like we'll fire up a Patreon. We'll see. We'll put that to the test.
It's gotten much easier. It feels really good to like start to like feel some of that tension in the chest again of like, ooh.
You know what we can do for our outdoor activities, Willie?
Cuddle?
Yes, and we can revisit the body weight workout sheet.
Ooh. I love that. You guys have no idea what you're in for. This is like one of the coolest workouts one can do. I love this.
Now, I'm going to say I weighed myself before this episode, and I weighed the exact same as what I did when I left.
Okay. All right.
That's what I'm going to say.
Is that true? Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
It is true for whoever's listening, including you, Willie.
Got
And
it.
me.
I will stop asking questions.
All right.
Scott, I had a moment last week where I felt super good about how I weighed in. I stepped on the scale at 228.
Nice. Very nice.
Dropped down another pound.
That's
And
amazing.
I think with the stress that I went through, and like we talked about that off show, but like I think the last week was pretty dang stressful as far as like things go. Like I wasn't fasting anymore. So it was like, don't eat fast food, go to the grocery store, pick something up. I will tell you, in that whole time, I had fast food once. And even then, the one time that I had it, I was like, I don't really, I should do this, but I don't have time. I just need to get this over with. And so I ate it, and then I felt like shit, and it was a great reminder. Scott was yelling in my ear going, "You're an idiot. You're an idiot." And
Listen, if stress causes you to lose weight, to achieve your goals, I say we let it, right? I mean, it takes years off the end of our life, but, you know, we got to get there. We got to get there quickly.
it's the American dream.
It's what I'm going
everybody.
to talk about later on in the episode here.
Death?
But, you know, in the movie, the great classic Criterion collection, Devil Wears Prada,
Yep.
and Anne, who prefers to go by Annie now, just FYI,
Cerulean?
Annie Hathaway, says, oh, no, it was Emily Blunt, says that she's a stomach flu away from her goal weight. And, you know, that's great. Whatever it takes to get you across that finish line. So,
Hey, speaking of Emily's,
is the
did you know
loss.
that Emma Stone does not want to go by Emma? She wants to go by Emily.
yeah, her actual name. The only reason she didn't choose Emily Stone when she applied for SAG-AFTRA or whatever it was
Yeah.
was because there was already another Emily Stone. What has she done?
Nothing.
Nothing important. She hasn't won Oscars recently. But you know who has? Emily Stone.
Emily Stone. Because she's got those stones. Scott, I have loved getting into the gym this past week. Like,
It's been good.
showing up.
It's been good.
It's good. The in-body machine still laughs at me. It's really abusing. But I just like, there is something about being present, getting into the workout, leaving the gym, being like, I'm ready for my day. That just puts me in a better mood. It makes me feel more productive. It makes me feel more like I have more energy. I need less caffeine in the day. All of these things have just like, if you are on the fence about like feeling that like laziness just like
Yeah.
soaking you in, I promise you, if you spend 2 weeks and you go to the gym, you will, like, it's an addiction. You will want to go more.
I have a surprise for you.
Oh,
I wasn't going to tell you this. I was going to try and sneak it.
you canceled the gym.
My wife did put her subscription on pause.
Did she?
She has been working out at home.
Okay.
She's got a little setup, but I still have mine active. While we were on vacation, I woke up at 6 a.m. every single day. 6 a.m. our time is 8 a.m. California time. But it's so that I can wake up early and just roll out of bed and drive to the gym and just get it done. Hi, buddy.
Continue. Yeah, so you drove to a gym? Or is that just a metaphor?
No, I was just focusing on getting up early. Because there's no way to go to the gym regularly if you're tired after work. When you're old. When you have old bones.
Yes.
There's plenty of people that do it when they're retired because there's nothing else to do. So I made it a point on my vacation, where you would think sleeping in is normal, to continue to train to wake up early.
Dude, I mean, it feels nice, right? Like waking up early, being consistent. There, like, I don't know how to describe it, but you feel more present in the day.
The hours before whatever time you wake up and noon, like however they're spent, are so much more valuable than everything from noon to, I think, like midnight.
Is this like a study thing, or is this like a Scott thing?
This is a Scott thing.
Oh, okay.
This is a Scott Stradamus. At 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. doubles in value from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. It's just my opinion.
Agreed. I completely agree.
So, that's what I'm working on. I want to wake up and go to the gym before my day, no matter what happens. Like, I want to be there at 6:30 and work out for however many hours I can, depending on shifts.
Right. Now,
but that's what I want to do.
I want to do a reset on my goal real quick. And so maybe you want to come with me. My original goal was by next year.
Stroke for stroke.
Yeah, yep. Was to get my weight to where the first number starts with a 1.
Uh-huh.
Well, the Lose It app, which we've been using to track a lot of our things, had this article that linked off to the CDC's BMI calculator.
Tell me more.
And now, if the CDC has a link and it lets you put things in, I trust this more than I trust many other fitness websites.
And before everybody turns off the podcast, let's just review Fauci retired, okay? So we can trust the CDC again, all right?
So Scott, I'll say this. I'm 5'10", okay?
Mm-hmm.
My new short-term goal is to
adjusted.
be a... No. So my long-term goal, by the end of this year, I still want to get there. But I want to
be in
set
Wonderland.
Huh?
You still want to be in Wonderland.
Oh, yeah, that's cute. I like that. Yeah, I want to be there. But I want to set my sights on, like, the next mile, right? Like, if you're running a marathon, you're just short goals. Aim small, miss small. And so what amount of weight do I need to be at for my BMI to not say obese?
Okay, you're at 228 right now?
Yep.
And we're on a marathon. So did you see that link that guy who was running a marathon and drinking a glass of wine every mile?
Oh my God, dude. How did he not throw up? And it's not a sip of wine. It was a glass of wine.
A glass of wine. 26 glasses of wine in a marathon. All right. So You probably need to get down to 205 to not be obese for 5'10".
You are so close. I'm
just need to
trying to
be-
find
you would
the
be like-
exact poundage here.
You wouldn't be morbidly obese. You would be morbidly overweight, which sounds awful.
I need to get to 208 pounds to
Wow,
be
okay.
exactly under the line. And so the way that this is calculated is, I believe this is for a man. It just says adult, so it could be a little different. Most of these scales, by the way, ladies, are written for men because that's the way the world has worked before we showed up and decided to change it all.
That's right. Before men showed up and said, hey, we should include some of these women. Not all, just some of them.
Where's Emily Stone's rocks so I can get underneath those and hide? The way that it works is you're underweight if your BMI is anything below 18.5. Don't ask me what that number means. A healthy weight is 18.5 to 24.9. Overweight, 25 to 29.9. And 30 and above is obese. And so
30
I
and
got
above.
20 pounds to lose, Scott, to be considered overweight.
Right now, for anybody who's 30 above, we're just basically living in the Green Mile. Dead man walking.
All right, you're
don't wanna
5'10"
know.
as well, correct?
Yeah.
How much do you have to weigh?
I was at 206.
You're 206 right now? You're healthy,
Yeah.
buddy. You're healthy. No, you're overweight.
No.
Sorry. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm overweight. I was
Okay.
healthy when I was below 170, I believe.
No way. You have to get all the way down there?
What was I at 170?
You were right there. Yep. It's like 171 is healthy.
And then if I go to 172, I'm overweight?
No, that's healthy still. I think you could get to, I think conservatively you could go to 173, Scott.
All right, so 173 is my Fox News. All right.
It's fair and balanced, if you will.
Fat and balanced. That's what we want to be. Okay. So, all right, you're going to adjust to just losing weight, not necessarily bulking up. Is that what I'm hearing?
Correct. Yep. I am going, I'm going for that cut.
Can we do something that's going to piss off our wives?
What does that mean?
I know it's usually not recommended in the first year of marriage. However, I'm now
butt stuff?
outside of that.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not sure if I'm there yet, but yeah, go ahead.
The challenge that we're doing, we're on, I don't know, week 2. By the time this episode goes live, we'll probably be on week 3, which means we'll be coming near the end. What if we did a food challenge? And that food challenge was just to eat the same meal every single day for 30 days.
For every meal?
Yep. So breakfast, I will allow breakfast, lunch, and dinner to be 3 separate meals. So if you wanted to have your toaster strudels for breakfast,
Okay.
a nice little, I don't know, oatmeal sprinkled on top of a hot dog for lunch, and
Gross.
then a glass of gin for dinner, like you could do that, but you
Okay.
have to do it for 30 days.
I'm willing to try this. Here's how this is going to work, though. If we're going to do this, next episode, we come here, we come together with what our eating plan is, and each of us reviews the other person's, and we get to do the final say on the other person's. We get to make changes.
Mine's going to be real simple, Willie.
Well, yeah, I get to make a change. I'm adding a salt block.
Your meals every single day is just going to be for breakfast, 3 hot dogs. For lunch, 3 hot dogs. Dinner, 3 hot dogs.
Yes.
My wife and I are going to be attending a wedding in approximately 8 weeks.
Ooh, we got time.
I need to lose a lot of weight to fit into the suit that I wore for your wedding.
All right. Okay, what are you doing about it?
I'm going to the internet and I'm Googling how to lose 20 pounds quickly.
I thought you were going to say a guy in 10 days, but okay, yeah. And what did they say? What did the internet tell you?
Well, according to healthline.com, there are, drumroll please, 10 things.
Okay.
10 things that you can do to lose weight quickly. And Willie, if this surprises you, like, we're going to have to change this whole show. Now, should I go 10 to 1 or 1 to 10? Like, what do you think here? Let's do 10 to 1.
10
Number
to 1.
10. Yeah. Number 10, eat slowly and mindfully.
Did you see that TikTok trend of like girls eating as fast as their like boyfriends or husbands?
Yes.
And
yes.
guys
We have
eating
problems.
ridiculously slow, which was probably makes sense why the vast majority of women are so skinny.
Yeah, I do have a problem with speed eating. I don't know what happened, but I think there was some time in between high school and graduating from college where I just learned to become an efficient eater.
Dude, there was a time between like 86 and today where I just ate like a truck.
But
which if you're
I would
doing any
look-
math, that means my whole life.
Yeah. I would look at a slice of pizza and I was like, all right, I can finish this in 5 bites. If I eat it, if I chomp on the point of the triangle, and then I take 2 bites after the point of the triangle, and then I turn the rest of the slice sideways and go 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 6 bites. And so that's how I would eat every single slice.
But why?
And then I got more efficient. I'm like, well, if I consume with 1 bite the first 3 bites, I can eat it in 4 bites. Why? Because my fat brain said, the quicker you eat this slice, the quicker we can get on to the next one.
I've never compartmentalized how many bites it's going to take to eat something.
It is literally how I consume any meal.
Seriously? You think about how many bites does it take you to eat an apple?
Not every single time, but at some point in time, that's what I did. Okay, let's say a medium-sized apple, maybe the size of your fist, right?
Sure.
Where do you start?
The middle? Just
You bite it in the middle, right?
Yeah.
And then do you continue around the middle?
No, I'm I'm like ding 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 ding.
You go all over. All right. Not me. I bite into...
No,
If I bite in the middle...
Don't. You bite
I'm
the middle?
eating it
I
around the
don't
middle.
trust that.
I'm eating around the top and then the bottom. But what I usually do will start on one side, bite the other side, and then I just do it like that. That's maybe 8 or 10 bites for an apple.
You do middle out?
Not even middle out. I start at the top, like near the stem.
What the fuck's wrong with you? Okay, slow eating. I get it. I understand.
Yes. And just thank yourself for being able to get that food that you just put in your mouth. Like, I think this is really important, is that the gratefulness or the mindfulness, like, I did something that was successful in this world we live in, and now I get this reward of food, which is sustenance for my body.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, be thankful that you're getting to eat, because some people don't.
Oh, is that number 9?
Nope, that's still
okay.
number 10, the mindfulness. Ironically, there is no number 9. They skipped it, so maybe eat slowly and mindfully is supposed to be 2, which is very weird for a professional article.
Well, Scott, 7, 8, 9, so.
That's true. Number 8, add cardio to your routine.
Dude, one of my favorite things to do, just 30 minutes on the treadmill. It's so easy. You get used to it. You can start to pace up. And then like
But Willie,
the moment you're like just, huh?
Nope. No. It isn't do the cardio that you're currently doing. Add more cardio. So you just said 30 minutes. Do 30 more.
I don't want to.
Listen, you have 6 hours of free time, as we have discussed in the past episodes. After sleep, after work, after petting your pets and making sweet, sweet love to your video games, saying hi to your wife.
Yeah. Listen, here's where I struggle with this. There are people that weigh 170 pounds who don't do shit.
Well, that's genetics. That's not on this list, by the way. That's a different episode.
Great.
Number 7. Follow a sleep schedule.
Yes.
Early bird gets the worm. Early worm gets devoured by a monster with wings. It's kind of how you play it out. What do you want to be? You want to be the worm?
Or you want to see my fat ass walking in behind you?
So that's what I'm working on here, as I talked about already. Number 6 is really important. We briefly touched on it, I think maybe episode or 2 ago. Eat more fiber.
Dude, fiber is so important.
As I was stuffing my face with churro Oreos and taco flavored potato chips this weekend, I watched a TikTok that may be my my vegan moment, my wake up call.
Oh,
I'm still gonna eat meat. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, okay.
Basically, this dude was walking down the aisle of a grocery store and saying, like, this is what they're doing to us. And I know this, like, in my mind from back in the day, like, all of these pretty colors we see on the shelves, all of these snack foods are just chock full of sugar and unnatural ingredients. Yep. His goal was to
sell you a supplement?
No, it was basically to just show you, like, the more crap that is in the ingredients, like stuff you can't get at home, you can't bake with maltodextrin at home, you can't, flavor your food with red number 5. Like, all of that stuff is what makes the food that you're consuming more insatiable, more addictive. So what he also revealed was those things replace that fiber. So if you find a food with a huge list of these ingredients that are meant to make it shelf stable, look at the dietary fiber. It's usually 1 or less. And so my brain has said, okay, I'm not buying anything unless it has at least 2 grams of fiber.
Okay.
And anything that is like super sweet and addictive, like Oreos and potato chips and stuff like that, I'm just not buying them anymore.
Dude, walking down the aisle of the grocery store since starting fasting, I skip so many aisles. Like, I look at that Oreo aisle and I'm like, I know that I would love to eat that, but I've gone so long without it, I can go one more day. And I just keep walking.
That's right. You have to think about it in terms of Les Mis. 1 day more. 1 day more.
Terrible reference. They die in the end.
Yeah, we all do. So, you know what? Let's skip this list. Just do whatever you want.
Screw it. It doesn't matter.
We're changing the name of the podcast to How Fat Can We Get? But seriously. Number 5, start lifting weights.
On it.
Number 4, reduce your refined carb consumption. That's literally just what I was talking about.
Let me give you an example of this, because there's a lot of people listening who might not understand specifically a refined carb. When you go to eat, say, Cheerios, it's like, oh, this, it has a little bit of fiber. It's carbohydrates. it says a heart healthy diet. They've taken a wheat product, and is Honey Nut Cheerios are gluten free, right? No.
Maybe, probably. We can find out right now. We'll give it a
But
gooks.
they've taken some sort of fibrous thing, a carb like a wheat or a grain, and they've just chewed the crap out of it so that it's easily digestible.
Gluten free, yes.
Okay. And so they've removed any of the like things our bodies need to do to actually process that food in a way that makes us feel more satiated, makes us hold on to the food longer so that we can grab more nutrients. And so like there is a difference between a 1-for-1 ground up cereal product and its whole grain counterpart.
Now, to kind of put into context what I was just talking about, what Willie's talking about, the nutritional facts for Cheerios, a box of Cheerios. A serving size is 1 1/2 cups, or 1.5 cups of cereal. It has 29 grams of total carbs. 4 of those grams are fiber. 2 of those are soluble fiber. The other 2, sugar. 5 grams of protein.
We want soluble fiber, though, right?
I think so, yeah. Ingredients. Whole grain oats. Number 1. Not bad.
Okay.
Then cornstarch. Why? Probably to hold stuff together, you know? Then sugar. Not looking good. Then salt. Okay. Where are we going with this? Then something called tripotassium phosphate, which, you know, is right next to the vanilla and flour in the baking aisle. This is where it gets weird. Vitamin E to preserve freshness.
Sure.
And then calcium carbonate, iron, zinc, vitamin C, AB vitamin, vitamin B6, vitamin A, vitamin B1, vitamin AB, folic acid, vitamin B12, and vitamin D3 in Cheerios. Is this the worst cereal in the world? No. Is it the best cereal in the world? I don't know. I don't know how to read this, but it's probably not as bad as, say, like Fruity Pebbles, which are delicious. But anyway, just reduce them. That's number 4. Reduce them. So if you're eating a bowl of cereal a day, maybe every other day. That's all you got to do. Real easy.
Scott, I'm going to give you a fun fact. So,
It better be fun.
whole grain oats, cornstarch, sugar, salt, and then they put in this thing that you just said, tripotassium phosphate.
Uh-huh. I have tried it.
Tripotassium
okay.
phosphate, also called tribasic potassium phosphate, is a water-soluble salt.
Oh. Yeah, potassium is a salt. It's not NaCl.
It is specifically used in foods as a buffering agent and emulsifying agent, and for nutrient fortification. So it is a type of salt meant to keep all of the rest of those added vitamins edible, I'm assuming. Chemistry
It's
term?
gonna give me mulsils. It's gonna emulsify me.
Nice. But it's interesting because it's like grain, sugar, salt. Woof.
Where's your God now, General Mills?
And by the way, what Scott was reading was just the regular Cheerios, not the Honey Nut Cheerios that everybody picks up from Costco.
Oh, you wanna
Don't even do it. Just move on. Number 3.
Really? The only difference? Brown sugar
No.
syrup. That's it.
Keep going.
And then a bunch
Honey,
of other vitamins.
brown sugar syrup, canola and or sunflower oil.
Yeah, Yeah, and less fiber. The more sugars, only 3 grams of fiber.
So just eat
Less
more.
soluble
You'll get all the fiber.
12 grams of sugars, going from 2 grams in the regular Honey Nut to 12 grams. We're not here to shit on Cheerios because they may want to sponsor us in the future, but we're just saying, like, eat less bowls. Have less bowls of Cheerios.
I don't know about you, Scott. I can't speak for the other half of this podcast.
Don't speak.
But I support local brands.
That's all we're going to say. Moving on. Number 3, increase your protein.
That is so hard. I have been
We
saving it up in a cup underneath the sink, and I'm downing it, man.
Oh, it's yellow.
Anybody who's listened to our past podcast knows what that means.
Number 2, drink more water.
Man, I suck at that. I suck at that so much.
Are you getting a gallon a day yet?
No, absolutely not.
Come on, man. Look at this thing you want to do. You want to hit this BMI goal? Where's your water bottle? Where's your Stanley cup with all the lead in it? Like, get the lead in. That's all you got to do. That's all I got to do. I gotta be better on it now that I'm back in Minnesota. I don't need to drink as much water as I did in the desert. Holy cow. Your water just evaporates from you. Like when you walk outside, you instantly start shriveling into a California raisin. It's weird, man. It's just really weird. And the number one thing you can do to lose weight quickly, to lose 20 pounds in 30 days, is count calories.
Winners keep score. Sorry,
Willie,
it's just the reality.
I'm just going to do a quick list recap, which is eat slowly and mindfully, add cardio to your routine, follow a sleep schedule, eat more fiber, start lifting weights, reduce your refined carb consumption, increase your protein intake, drink more water, and count calories. What have we been doing this whole time?
All of those things.
All of those things. And somehow I've still gained 6 pounds. So,
And when all of those fail, everybody knows the American medical system is infallible. Everybody
right.
get Ozempic.
Ozempic, brought to you by
General
celebrities.
Mills.
Seriously, I saw another TikTok that was just all of these celebrities, and somebody was singing a song. I don't want to link to it just because I don't like making fun of people all that much. But everybody was like, "There's no way you really worked hard with a trainer for 30 days. Like, you are on Ozempic." You can see it in their face. Like, you get this gaunt look.
Dude, it's terrible. Like,
It's not neither here nor there.
is it Rob Dyrdek?
The guy from Robin Big?
Yeah.
No. They were pointing out, like, what's her name? Jessica Simpson, one of the Kardashians, maybe multiple Kardashians. Some dude. A couple dudes were on that list too, but it was just like, okay, you guys look like you lost weight really quickly, and it doesn't look like you put in a bunch of muscle mass at the same time, so they're just assuming that they took Ozempic. Because, as we know, it works. Maybe it works a little too well.
And sometimes it works a little too fast.
Yeah. But, hey, I'm not going to do that. You can try it if you want. Just tell me how it goes.
Nah, I'm putting in the work.
That's right.
I'm doing it.
We're going to work. Literally work our posteriors off.
Get that lovely, thick, fat ass up off of that couch.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening this week, for tuning in. We appreciate you coming along on this journey with us. We're all in this together.
And tune in next week where we'll
See you in health.